Mahatma Gandhi, a name synonymous with peace and nonviolence, led India to its independence not through force of arms, but through the sheer strength of his convictions. His weapon was satyagraha, a philosophy rooted in truth and nonviolent resistance. This unique approach, challenging oppression without resorting to violence, captivated the world and ushered in a new era of peaceful revolutions. Gandhi's life story is an extraordinary testament to the power of peace, a testament that continues to inspire millions even today. Gandhi's journey was not without its challenges and setbacks. He faced imprisonment, endured physical assaults, and witnessed the heartbreaking partition of his beloved India. Yet he never wavered from his commitment to truth, nonviolence, and the pursuit of justice. His unwavering faith in the power of love over hate, in dialogue over division, continues to serve as a beacon of hope for a world grappling with conflict and injustice. Gandhi's legacy extends far beyond the borders of India. His teachings have inspired countless individuals and movements across the globe, from Martin Luther King Jr.'s fight for civil rights in the United States to Nelson Mandela's struggle against apartheid in South Africa. His life serves as a powerful reminder that even amidst oppression and violence, a single individual armed with courage and conviction can indeed change the course of history. As we delve into the life of this remarkable man, we will explore the experiences that shaped his philosophy, the key moments that defined his struggle, and the enduring impact of his legacy on the world stage. Join us as we journey through the life of Mahatma Gandhi, the peaceful warrior who dared to dream of a better world and in doing so, inspired millions to strive for a more just and equitable future for all. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, the man who would later be revered as Mahatma, meaning great soul, was born on October 2, 1869 in Porbandar, a small coastal town in Gujarat, India. Born into a Hindu Maud Banya family, his father served as the Diwan, or chief minister, of Porbandar state. His mother, Putlibai, was a deeply religious woman whose values left an indelible mark on young Mohandas. Gandhi's early education was typical for a boy of his time and social standing. He attended local schools in Porbandar and Rajkot, where he excelled in his studies but remained a shy and unassuming student. In 1888, at the age of 19, he traveled to England to study law, a decision that would profoundly shape his worldview and set him on the path to becoming the leader he was destined to be. Life in England presented young Mohandas with a starkly different cultural landscape. He encountered both prejudice and acceptance, facing discrimination while also forging friendships with individuals from diverse backgrounds. He immersed himself in his studies at University College London, where he excelled in his coursework and developed a deep respect for the British legal system. However, he also became acutely aware of the social and political inequalities that plagued both British society and his own homeland under colonial rule. It was during his time in England that Gandhi encountered the writings of Henry David Thoreau, particularly his essay Civil Disobedience, which deeply resonated with him. Thoreau's ideas on resisting unjust laws through nonviolent means would later form a cornerstone of Gandhi's own philosophy of satyagraha. These formative experiences in England, a blend of academic pursuits, cultural immersion, and exposure to new ideas, laid the foundation for the transformative journey that lay ahead for the young lawyer from Gujarat. In 1893, at the age of 24, Gandhi embarked on a journey to South Africa after accepting a one-year contract to work as a lawyer for an Indian firm. Little did he know that this seemingly ordinary work trip would become a pivotal turning point in his life, igniting within him a passion for social justice and shaping the principles that would define his legacy. Gandhi arrived in South Africa to find a system of racial segregation deeply entrenched in the fabric of society. Indians, along with other non-white communities, were subjected to discriminatory laws and prejudice, denied basic rights, and relegated to the margins of society. This stark reality, the injustice of it all, shook Gandhi to his core and ignited within him a burning desire to fight for equality and human dignity. A defining moment in Gandhi's South African experience came when he was thrown off a train in Pietermaritzburg simply because of his race. This act of humiliation, of being treated as less than human, sparked a fire in his soul. He realized that the legal profession alone wouldn't be enough to dismantle the deeply rooted system of discrimination. He needed a new approach, one that transcended legal battles and appealed to the conscience of humanity. Thus began Gandhi's experiments with satyagraha, a term he coined, meaning truth force or insistence on truth. He organized campaigns of civil disobedience, boycotts, and peaceful protests, urging his fellow Indians to resist unjust laws through non-cooperation and to endure the consequences with courage and dignity. This marked the birth of a powerful new force for social change, one that rejected violence in all its forms and instead embraced love, truth, and unwavering resilience in the face of oppression. Section 4. Return to India, A Nation Awakens. In 1915, after 2 decades of challenging racial discrimination in South Africa, Gandhi returned to India. He was no longer just a lawyer but a seasoned activist, armed with the potent weapon of satyagraha, ready to lead his homeland's struggle for independence from British rule. Upon his return, Gandhi traveled extensively across India, connecting with people from all walks of life. He listened to their struggles, witnessed their suffering under colonial rule, and understood the urgent need for a unified movement to liberate India from British control. He realized that true freedom wouldn't come from simply replacing one set of rulers with another. India needed to break free from the shackles of colonialism, while simultaneously addressing the deep social divisions that plagued its society. Gandhi's message resonated deeply with the Indian masses. His simple lifestyle, his unwavering commitment to nonviolence, and his genuine empathy for the plight of the common man struck a chord with millions who had long endured oppression and injustice. He became a symbol of hope, a beacon of light in their struggle for freedom and self-determination. Under Gandhi's leadership, the Indian National Congress, once an organization of elites, transformed into a powerful mass movement, uniting people from all religions, castes, and regions under the banner of Swaraj, meaning self-rule. Gandhi's satyagraha campaigns, marked by non-cooperation with British authorities, boycotts of British goods, and peaceful protests, began to cripple the foundations of colonial rule. His message of non-violence, coupled with his unwavering determination, galvanized the Indian population and presented a formidable challenge to the might of the British Empire. Section 5. The Salt Satyagraha, A Pinch of Defiance. In 1930, Gandhi launched one of his most iconic and impactful movements, the Salt Satyagraha. This seemingly simple act of defiance, a challenge against the British monopoly on salt production, would become a defining moment in India's struggle for independence. The British government's salt laws prohibited Indians from producing or selling their own salt, forcing them to buy it at exorbitant prices from the British. Salt, a basic necessity of life, became a symbol of British oppression and a potent rallying point for Gandhi's satyagraha. On March 12, 1930, Gandhi, along with a dedicated group of followers, embarked on a 240-mile march from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi, a coastal village in Gujarat. This historic march, known as the Dandi March, captured the world's attention. As Gandhi and his followers marched, their numbers swelled, with thousands joining the procession, united in their defiance of the unjust salt laws. Upon reaching Dandi on April 6, 1930, Gandhi, in a symbolic act of resistance, picked up a lump of salt from the seashore, effectively breaking the British salt law. This simple act, captured in photographs and newsreels, sent shockwaves across India and the world. It ignited a mass movement of civil disobedience, with millions of Indians joining the satyagraha, refusing to pay the salt tax, and producing their own salt. The Salt Satyagraha demonstrated the power of nonviolent resistance on an unprecedented scale. It exposed the moral bankruptcy of British colonialism, garnered international sympathy for India's struggle for freedom, and dealt a significant blow to the British Empire's authority in India. The success of the Salt Satyagraha, achieved through peaceful means, further cemented Gandhi's status as a transformative leader and inspired similar movements for civil rights and freedom across the globe. Section 6. The Final Struggle for Freedom. The years leading up to India's independence in 1947 were marked by both triumph and tragedy. World War II had weakened the British Empire, making India's call for self-rule even more potent. However, the issue of partition, the division of British India into India and Pakistan, cast a dark shadow over the impending freedom. Gandhi found himself grappling with the complexities of partition, a solution he believed would divide communities and sow seeds of discord. He advocated for a united India, where Hindus and Muslims could coexist peacefully. However, the rising tide of communal tensions fueled by political ambitions and divisive rhetoric made partition seem like the only viable option to many. On August 15, 1947, India finally achieved its long-cherished independence. However, the joy of freedom was overshadowed by the horrors of partition, as mass migrations and communal violence erupted across the newly drawn borders. Gandhi, heartbroken by the bloodshed and suffering, refused to celebrate the occasion. Instead, he dedicated himself to quelling the flames of hatred and violence, embarking on a fast unto death, urging for peace and reconciliation between Hindus and Muslims. Gandhi's unwavering commitment to nonviolence and his tireless efforts to heal the wounds of partition earned him the respect of even his staunchest critics. He tirelessly toured riot-stricken areas, preaching a message of love, forgiveness, and unity. His presence, his words, and his unwavering faith in the inherent goodness of humanity provided solace and hope amidst the chaos and despair. Section 7. A Life Taken, a Legacy Born. On January 30, 1948, just months after India gained independence, Mahatma Gandhi, the man who had led his nation to freedom through peaceful means, was assassinated in Delhi. As he walked to a prayer meeting, he was shot by Nathuram Godse, a Hindu nationalist who opposed Gandhi's message of peace and reconciliation. Gandhi's assassination sent shockwaves across India and the world. The man who had always advocated for nonviolence, who had preached love and forgiveness, had fallen victim to the very hatred he had dedicated his life to eradicating. As news of his death spread, a nation mourned, united in grief for the loss of its father. Gandhi's final words, "Hey Ram," meaning "O God," reflected the spirit of his life and teachings. Even in his final moments, he embodied compassion and forgiveness, his thoughts turning towards a higher power. His assassination was a stark reminder that the path to peace is often fraught with danger, and that those who dare to challenge hatred and injustice often face the greatest risks. Gandhi's death, though a tragic loss, served as a powerful testament to the enduring strength of his message. It sparked a wave of introspection and soul-searching within India, forcing the nation to confront the darkness that had taken root within its heart. His sacrifice served as a stark reminder of the importance of tolerance, understanding, and compassion, values that he had championed throughout his life.